Tyler the Creator releases Chromacopia. What is it? 14 tracks, like 50 minutes. It just got announced a couple weeks ago. We got Noid as a single. We got Saint Chroma as a single. Lots of new visuals and Tyler's or what?
Lots of new Tylers.
That's not what I meant to say. But lots of
Lots of new
visuals,
Tylers.
merch, videos. Like we got the whole Tyler the Creator album rollout experience. It's finally here.
Right.
It dropped on a Monday at 6 a.m. So we've had like a few days to live with the album, listen to it a few times, pick our favorite tracks. Because when a new album comes out, I listen to it. I favorite my favorite songs, and then I just listen to those a bunch of times.
Yeah.
But you have to listen to
Replay
it for
them.
the
Yeah.
first time all the way through. But yeah,
Right.
Chromacopia is out. We've had it for a few days. What did you think about Tyler the Creator's Chromacopia? What'd you think? Let me
I
know.
mean,
I'm
we all
ready.
knew he wasn't gonna miss. I mean, Tyler the Creator, he doesn't miss on album experiences, full albums ever. I
Hasn't
mean,
in a long
since
time.
he really hasn't ever. And again, he created a unique experience, a unique world with this one. He goes in depth with the concepts of the album, song concepts, some great performances, just in terms of rapping and vocal performances from him. But I thought it was great. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I was like kind of worried. Like, am I over excited? Do I have too high of expectations for this? Is it gonna let me down? Is it gonna be not as good as the last three? But honestly, it like didn't disappoint me. If anything, it was actually better than I was expecting. Because based on like what we heard from Noid and Saint Chrome, I was kind of expecting more of an Igor vibe if we're like comparing it to a previous album. But I feel like he really did kind of take the best parts of his last three and kind of mix them all together into this album.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
Chromacopia feels like a culmination of the best parts of the last three.
I actually do agree. There's some great rapping on here. Like I
So good.
said, great concepts and songs, some great vocal performances. But I guess let's just start with the first song on the track list, Saint Chroma, the first single we got, the Army March type beat,
Yeah.
with Tyler rapping an entire verse while whispering, which I thought was interesting. To the In Your Face beat switch right off the bat. Thought it was a great way to start the album. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, Saint Chroma isn't my favorite song on the album, but it's like the atmosphere is good. There's cool production going on, and I do think it kind of sets like the vibe of the next 13 or whatever tracks. Like it kind of gives you an idea of what the album's going to sound like. And at the end, like in the video that he posted, when there's that drop and everything goes to color, and it's kind of like like the drop of the song. Like it is a cool, fun song. It's just not one that I'm going to go back to a ton. Like I don't love
Fair
it. I
enough.
don't hate it. I'm surprised it was a single because it's not really like a re-listenable song. It's kind of just like an
I
atmosphere
don't
setter.
know.
I feel
To
like.
some people, it could. I don't know. I could re-listen to it. I think it might be one of the more I don't know. See, that's the thing with Tyler. It's tough because every song's so unique and
Yeah,
sounds so different. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to say which ones I'll go back to the most. But I didn't think it was bad by any means. But after Saint Chroma, you get into the more braggadocious rapping on track two
yeah,
with Ratata.
that's the one right
Loved
there.
the short hook with the four verses. I thought that was just a great concept, like structurally for a song, which is great.
The beat
Uh,
is so hard on Ratata too. It's just like
yeah,
a hard hitting, high energy. Tyler just talking his shit.
yeah. I
I
mean,
loved
he continues to
Ratata.
push the boundaries for real and like creating new sounds throughout the album, and it really starts on Saint Chroma. Like, when's the last time you heard an army march beat? You know what I'm saying? Like, he's doing shit that you've never heard really before. So I give it to him. Ratata was great. And we get into Noid, the next track.
Hmm.
You know me, I love the little production hints here and there. I thought that transition from Ratata to Noid was flawless. Like, I just love that little shit, thoughtful shit throughout the album. You know what I'm saying? So,
This was one of
but
the
what you,
lead singles. Yeah.
yeah, what'd you think of Noid?
So to me, Noid is like it's a little long and drawn out, but I really like the rap verses that Tyler has. So I feel like I do like Noid. I just feel like it's a little long and it doesn't need to be. Like if it was condensed into like a 3.5 minute song, as long as the verses like were exactly the same, I feel like I would like it more. But I still like it. I think it's a strong song. And this one, I'm less like this makes sense as a single to me more than like Saint Chroma does.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the writing's definitely feels like a bit deeper Like it feels like better writing. Him talking about his
Definitely.
paranoia and shit throughout the. I feel like maybe more put together concept for a song where he talks about how he's worried for his general safety and he knows every crack in the floorboards of his house and shit. Um, to
Yeah,
just overall lack of privacy from being Tyler. So I think it's a great song in terms of writing and concept. I thought it was good. So that's one of the highlights for me probably in the album.
yeah, no, it is good. I just feel like it could have been even better if it was like a little less drawn out. But I still liked it a lot. Like it's a good song. I like Noid.
Fair enough. I mean, next track is Darling I, right?
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Yeah. Next track is Darling I, and this is one of my favorites on the album so far. Maybe my favorite.
Same
The
here.
great
Teezo.
co-op great co-op performance from Tyler and Teezo was just on point. Tyler continues his great rapping too on this project. His flows and cadences seem to be on point and fluid, and of course, the production again is top tier. Yeah, this is one of my favorite songs on the album right now.
One of
Shout
my
out to you.
top, it's top 4 or 5 for me as well. I love this song. Tyler and Tizo just like work so well on a track together. Their vibes, their sounds just work. Tizo singing the beautiful soft voice and Tyler's like aggressive rapping on the Tyler production. Like they're just like a great match. Really, really
Yeah,
like Darling Eye. It's a strong ass song. I fucking love it.
I agree. And then next track, we get into again more of the heavy, deeper writing,
Yeah.
where he starts to talk about an unexpected pregnancy that he might not want. He's might not be ready to have a baby right now, or his feelings about being unsure. So, Hey Jane is the next track, and like I said, it talks about how he's not really ready to give up his lifestyle and his freedoms, and that he's terrified of the thought of having a baby. And I thought the concept of him having a conversation with his baby mother or whatever was interesting. So
Yeah, this is
again, great writing.
Yeah, this I would say this song probably has the strongest writing of any song on the album. If not, it's definitely up there. His first verse is from his perspective, talking about his opinion and his thoughts. Then the second verse is him rapping as the girl or from the woman's perspective, which
Yep.
is it's a risky thing to do, I feel like, in 2024 with just how the world is, but like I feel like he actually did it very tastefully and it's taken very seriously. It doesn't seem like a joke or like a weird thing. Like I think it works and not many people could do that. It's not like a bop that you're going to go back to, but the writing is great. I think it's probably the best writing on the album. Yeah. Really
Yeah,
cool.
and this is really where the album, like the whole concept of the album, I feel like kind of takes it might be the peak, you know what I'm saying, of the concept of the album, because later in the album he ties, his thoughts about being an absent father to his own absent father. And I just feel like in terms of the writing overall from the album, this builds the story for the album. So this is definitely one of the best songs on the album, Hey Jane. But next is I Killed You,
Hmm.
explaining how he's more comfortable really just embracing his heritage. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't
I
know.
like
What do you
I
think?
like Tyler's verse on I killed you, right? That's what the
Yeah.
title is. So, yeah, I like Tyler's verse. I thought the production was really good. I wish there was a second Tyler verse cuz I really like the production on this song, but it's like a little bit shorter, just one quick verse. I
Yeah.
liked it though. Like I wish it was longer. I like that one. It was just a short
Yeah.
one,
I
not
don't
not a
have too
ton
much to
there.
say about it. I just,
Yeah.
yeah. But next we got Judge Judy. What do
Hmm.
you think about Judge Judy?
It's not one that I'll listen to a lot, but I actually really liked it and I thought it was really good. Like even the songs that Tyler puts on these albums recently that I'm not going to go back to or bang in my car, like they're meaningful, the writing's good, the production's good, they're interesting, they don't sound like every other song. Like it's not one of my favorites on the track list, but I'm still glad it's there and I still like it and I think it's like an interesting song. So yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not mad at it at all.
I don't think it's maybe the strongest on the track list either, but at the same time, I feel like his flows and cadence fits perfectly almost with it. So, still a solid song. But then you start to get more versatile
This is the
Tyler,
one.
because this is definitely the one. He goes from Judge Judy talking about, a girl named Judy, how he's not going to judge her for sex. It's more slower, more thoughtful, whatever. Then you get into Sticky, where
Mhm.
it's almost like lunchroom raps and production with the school bells and tabletop beats with the GloRilla, Sexyy Red, and Lil Wayne features, which were absolutely perfect.
Yeah,
Like you couldn't have done it better for that song. It's the perfect three. Um,
so crazy.
Maybe like my favorite song on the album is probably Sticky. Like
It's
it's so
hard to
good.
say it's not because it's
Right.
so fun to listen to, and like you're just gonna want to listen to this a bunch of times.
It's
It's
so
definitely
good.
one of the best. It's so fun.
Sticky. It's
Yeah,
getting sticky.
it's
Like
yeah.
that's just fire.
I wrote "Sticky" as a fucking banger. Really
Yeah.
catchy and really fun. Would have loved if Lil Wayne's verse was longer. That's my only complaint. It's a bop. It's really
Yeah,
fun.
the
The
tabletop
sexy,
beat, that
the
shit, like the
chorus.
schoolroom production is so good.
It starts with like the chanting in the beginning or like
Yeah.
whatever, and then it kind of like builds and builds as the song goes, and then the production gets all crazy. Lil Wayne's verse is fire. Sexy Red with the
It was
sticky, like
perfect.
it's crazy.
It was perfect.
I wasn't expecting a song like this on the album, I don't think, but it was really fun. I loved it.
Oh yeah,
Do
me too.
people like this song online? Do people not
I don't
like it
know.
because
I
Sexy
don't
Red's
know.
on it?
I have
I
no idea.
like it.
I
I'm
mean,
in.
I'm sure there's sexy red haters out there that don't like it, but
I well,
it's the perfect feature for this song on top of Lil Wayne and GloRilla. Perfect.
I was
But
hoping Sexy would be on the album. I'm glad she was there.
hell yeah, hell yeah. Next we got what? Take Your Mask Off,
Yeah.
where Tyler's talking about people that are street struck, saying that he hopes people that may be lost in ego find themselves on Take Your Mask Off, where it becomes clear later in the song that he's actually talking about his younger self, and it turns into an introspective, like self therapy session. So again, super strong writing, great concept. What do you think?
Yeah, four really great verses from Tyler. Like he has four good verses on here. Really beautiful, like sweet vocals from Danielle Caesar and Latoya Williams on here as well. I mean, yeah, you kind of summed it up. The gist of the song is just like be yourself, take your mask off, stop pretending to be other people. Tyler kind of preaches that a lot in his music, especially recently. Yeah, that's the message of this one, and I actually really like this song a lot too. Like I
Yeah,
think
me too.
his verses are really good. The Daniel Caesar vocals are great. It's just like a perfect Tyler song.
Yeah, and really he just continues to showcase his strong writing with Tomorrow, where he
Yeah.
talks about the pain of time passing, seeing the people he loves get old. From the soulful singing performance into a solid rap verse where he asks himself if he'll finally settle down and create a family. This is where he starts to get a lot more introspective, and I feel like I don't know. It's you can see the album taking the rounding out. I feel like here at this point,
Yeah, he's really it's crazy how much we've seen Tyler like mature and change over the years. Like in this just picturing like Yonkers 15 years ago,
right?
and now we're here with Tomorrow where he's talking about like aging and does he want to be a dad and his friends and his family and fame and like it's and these songs are just as fun and enjoyable to listen to me as Yonkers was back in the day and still is.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
whether that's just because of the production or the writing or all of it or I'm Tyler biased, but he like he just kills it. Like I'm in. Even on the slow, love, introspective, meaningful songs, like I'm in.
Right.
I still
I
think they're
know.
fun.
But then he doesn't let you get like too locked into the slow introspective shit cuz then he gets back into the cocky raps with the wartime music type production
Yeah.
uh with a great Schoolboy Q verse by the way, but where Tyler addresses the recent comments he had about Ian
Mm-hmm.
mocking rap and people got mad at him for it, basically saying to go fuck off, and they thought the old ignorant troll Tyler was dead. Hence the title. Thought I was dead. Great song, and I love to see him get back to his way. You know what I'm saying? Like I love that shit. So I fuck with that one.
Yeah, I think thought I was dead. It's hard to say. It really is because I like a lot of them. This might be my favorite or the best song on the album. I'm really glad Schoolboy Q is here. The beat on this one is crazy. I love the hook. Great verses. The Schoolboy Q feature. Glad he's on the album. Yeah, this is definitely one of my favorite tracks on the project as well. So good.
And then you get one of the best songs maybe on the album, Like Him, where he talks about asking his mother if he looks like his father, who obviously we know throughout Tyler's whole discography, he's always talked about never beating his father and the effects that had on his life. To Tyler's mother talking, or I'm sorry, taking the blame for the father leaving, saying that he actually wanted to be a father and asking for forgiveness from Tyler. And this kind of again rounds out the album in a sense that his mom was on a lot of the intros. She had a lot of like
Hmm.
monologue where she was talking to Tyler, saying how she's proud of him. And that's really an ongoing theme where she's supporting him through the album,
Yeah.
saying that she loves him and stuff like that. So yeah, one of the best songs on the album. And it's interesting to I don't know. It's crazy to think about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's clearly one of the songs that means the most to Tyler, like on the album. It's not one that I'm gonna, like I said, listen to a bunch, bang in my car, but clearly meaningful, great writing. Glad it's here. Like it's crazy. Tyler could put out a song like this, and I'm into it. Like not many
Yeah.
people could put out this song and have me into it.
Yeah. Fair enough. But then he ends off the album with, excuse me, I hope you find your way home, where he continues to talk about the unexpected pregnancy that never happened for whatever reason. And at this point, it comes clear that, like I said earlier, he didn't want to be an absent father, and the events in Hey Jane tied into this song. Also saying that his Louis V collection never came to fruition and that embarrassed him. So I feel like this kind of tied together the whole like writing concept of the album, where he had this unexpected pregnancy scare, and then he goes into talking about how his own absent father, affected his life, and he didn't want to be an absent father, but he wasn't ready to have a kid. So I just felt like that was a big pillar in this album in terms of the writing, and
Yeah.
it really just tied together in a bow. Uh, on I hope you find your way home, and that rounded off the album. So what do you think about the last song?
Yeah, I think it's like a really great ending to the album. Strong verse from Tyler, the send off from his mom at the end. Real quick, you did skip Balloon, and I just want to mention
Yeah.
that Balloon I really liked. The I Wanna Rock sample on Balloon is fun. It's just like a fun beat. Doechii has a fun verse. It's like a high energy, upbeat song. I just don't want to pass over that because I do really like
Yeah, my
Balloon.
bad.
But yeah,
I
I
didn't
hope
have
you
a note
find your
on
way
that.
home is like the perfect ending to Chromacopia. It sums up kind of the whole idea of the album, everything that he's been talking about. He kind of sums it all up in one really good verse. The little send off from his mom at the end. Album ends. Great ending to the album. Like, it's hard to not give this album such like a high score because what's wrong with it?
I mean, yeah, I got like, yeah, I don't know. He's done it again. You know what I'm saying? Tyler has done it again from the basics of the album, like it is like at times his ignorant rapping to the at others soft vocal performances, the always unique and genre pushing production. You know what I mean? The super genre bending production that you've never heard before. The intricacies of the album, from the song concepts to the storytelling and sequence. He did really not miss on a single point in this album. The braggadocious songs like Thought I Was Dead or Ratata to the thoughtful stories like a Hey Jane of, of the unexpected pregnancy, how he doesn't want to be an absent father like his own, the loving cameos by his mom throughout the album, and the monologues really showcased how she's always been there for him and giving him advice through his life and supporting him. And I felt like a big, again, pillar in this album.
Yeah,
It was a
it's
great album.
Chromacopia really does feel like going into it, you're like, his last three, he's had like such a great 3 album run. It's up there with like the greatest of all time when you really think about it. Flower Boy, Igor, Call Me If You Get Lost are 3 really good projects that performed well, sold a lot. He won Grammys, all that shit. He's on top of the world. And Chromacopia is like, he took the best aspects of those and put them into one album. It's not super long. It's not a chore to listen to. There's great features. There's upbeat, fun songs. There's braggadocious rapping Tyler. There's the sweet singing Tyler. There's the crazy production. I really don't have many complaints. I'm at least at like a 9 out of 10.
Yeah,
I'm at like a 9.3, 9.4. I'm up there. It's
I
good. I
put
loved it.
9.3. I might knock it down just a point or two because I don't know. Not a full point, but a point of a point, one or a tenth of a point,
Yeah,
because
I went with 9.2 officially.
I feel like
Like,
there's not a lot of songs that necessarily stand out to me like that I want to replay a lot. I mean,
I mean,
Sticky is the one.
Ratata,
Yeah.
Sticky, Take Your Mask Off, Thought I Was
Yeah.
Dead, Balloon. Balloon is
There's
a
great
fun,
songs. I'm not
re-listenable
saying
one to me.
they're all great songs. You know what I'm saying? But there's not one that stood out to me that's like, okay, I'm going to replay this 50 times. I'll go back and replay the whole album.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that's the only reason it's not a 10. I give it a 9.3. Great album. I think we know what tier list is going in our tier list. Don't
Where
really
does
got to talk about it too much.
I guess we can decide which ones does it go above then, because we know we're putting Chromacopia in the perfect album tier. I wasn't sure if we would, but after listening to it, it's hard to deny that it's as close to a
Yeah,
perfect album as anything else we got up there.
I mean, easily. Is it
I
better
know
than the
where I'm
Logic
at.
album?
I'm like there, man.
Mm,
You're not above Rich Ass Haitian.
I don't think. I don't know. I don't know. It's tough.
It's close to that. I'm not opposed to moving it down one or two,
It is
but
great. Uh,
it's
nah,
one of my
I'm all right with
favorites.
that. I'm all right with that. It's great writing, great rapping, great production. There's not. I can't really say nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? So why not? That's all right for now.
That leaves us at 9 perfect albums this year after we've added Chromacopia to the list. Chromacopia is just, it's really good. As
Yeah,
maybe
go
we're
listen to
Tyler
it.
bias, which we
I
probably
don't
are.
think
We've been
so.
fans of Tyler for so long, but I don't see how you could listen to this and not think it's like great.
It's Off the Top podcast, got you laughing like you hit the gas pack. Show is crazy like you watching Mad Max. Every other podcast is mad whack. Off the Top podcast.